Hello everyone and thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm Surge T. In this video I'll be talking about AEW Double or Nothing for the 26th of May 2024. And AEW Double or Nothing comes to us from Paradise, Nevada. And the first match is Will Ospreay versus Roderick Strong, and it's for the AEW International Championship. That's the title they're fighting for. And the annoying Ospreay chants ring out, and they are in the form of the Ole. Remember Sami Zayn's Ole? I've said this in my past video when people want to say they want to shoehorn his name into the Ole chant and how silly and how dumb it is. And it's just like, I love how Callis called the people in the crowd a bunch of rubes, and I couldn't agree with that description anymore. Ospreay, 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 Ospreay. It's just like, really? Go ahead, go spray. Like, that's what they're saying. I'm spray, I'll spray, I'll spray, I'll spray. Okay, go ahead. Go over there. There's a bunch of cockroaches over there and go spray them. What are you talking about? Sounds dumb. You know? It doesn't go with him. But of course you want to shoehorn it. I'll shoehorn it so that it goes with Ospreay. I mean, now, this match, of course, is what we expect from Ospreay and from Roderick Strong. Two different styles, but these guys are hard-hitting, very physical in that ring, you know. And we see the Undisputed Fools, well, the Undisputed Kingdom, but they're just, again, doing that typical thing where they're waiting outside, waiting for the guy that's mounting the top turnbuckle, setting himself up, and they're just looking over there. I didn't show him doing that, which I guess I can give that to AEW. The cameraman didn't focus on them. He focused on Ospreay. And then Ospreay does a whole corkscrew move through the air off the top turnbuckle, and he lands on them and takes them out. Okay, typical spot there. And then, in the end, Roddy misses with the end of Heartache as Ospreay connects with the Hidden Blade and delivers his finisher. And Ospreay wins this match, and he wins the International Championship. Was it going to go any other way? Well, Ospreay is on a roll now. I think he's the guy that's going to be the face of this company. Or at least one of them. I don't know. Especially with a certain individual returning. But we'll talk about that later. But good on him. Very good match. And he is the international champion. I wasn't surprised. And now, after this match, Adam Cole comes out. And the sheep in Vegas do the whole spiel, you know. He comes out, you know. Adam Cole, baby. You know, they're singing along with it. He comes out, steps on the apron, does a boom, goes in there, walks around a little bit, and he puts his hands up, and then they go, Adam Cole, baby. And it's kind of funny because they did all this chanting, and then what does that get them? Insults by Adam Cole, who then says he's all he has been receiving is insults. People just insulting him. I didn't even think he called out the crowd, but then yet the crowd were chanting for him. They went through the whole spiel with him. What the fuck? Like, really? Like, it's almost like I just can't understand that when the script, the what that they're supposed to say, do they check with the other people? Or do they understand that people are going to do the whole Adam Cole spiel with him? Because even though he's a heel, the fans love him. So they're going to chant and do all this stuff. And yet he goes out there, you guys have been insulting me and, you know, and all this shit. And I'm just like going, yeah, but they just did your whole thing for you. I don't know. And then, and all that, you know, the lights go out. And then we see a video playing showing all this MJF stuff. Has a mannequin with his very, very familiar suit. That scarf, right? And I'm thinking, is it him? And then we see a pic you know, one half of the pic of MJF, the other half with Adam Cole, puts it together, and then it's revealed. It's ripped in half, you know. You've seen, you know, it's already been ripped in half, and then MJF's music plays, and then the holy shit chants ring out. And why? They were chanting his name when the thing, what do you call it? When you show that video thing, right? So they're not surprised, and yet they're saying holy shit as if they're surprised, like it's a major thing that happened. You know, it's a major thing, but stop acting like you were surprised that you're gonna start saying holy shit. And I'm not saying when he's in the ring and they're saying holy shit, right? It's just like the way it came off is like, oh, you guys are surprised. You guys were saying you knew he was gonna be there, but I get it. You know, I get it, because how long has it been since MJF has been in an AEW ring? Been a while. And then what does he do? Yeah, he walks up to Adam Cole. He gives him a little how do you do and kicks him in the balls. And then he hits a brain buster, a beautiful brain buster. And then MJF, well, he asks for a mic. And then he says, will you get this shit stain out of this ring? And he talks about how, you know how he was trusting Adam Cole before, and he says he's not going to do that ever again. And that low blow, he's, you know, they're saying pretty much that that should wake him up. And then he's talking very passionately. You can see that, you can tell that he's glad to be back. And then he says the whole thing of his name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, and he is the greatest pro wrestler. And he talks about how he doesn't need New Japan or Vince McMahon, because he is the one that made MJF. No more bullshit, and back to business and back to hate. Why? Because with hate, no one is safe. And then he's holding the devil mask. And he talks about how masks are for cowards and for hiding. He's not hiding. And that mask doesn't define who he is. And, you know, no one is on the level of the devil. He's the devil. You don't need that mask. You don't need to hide behind that. And then he talks about his contract status. And then he shows on the lower part of his calf, or lower right above the ankle, there's a tattoo, and it says bet on yourselves. And then he shouts emphatically, I am not leaving. He's not leaving, folks. He's with AEW. He's not leaving. He is here for the long haul. Don't know what his end game is right now, what he's going to eventually want to land at, what is his final destination when it comes to what he's planning. I'm sure he wants to get that world title back. Right now, Swerve Strickland, and remember when they had that little bit of an interesting face-to-face backstage, right? So there's something there. I don't think that he really cares who has the title. He's going to go after whomever has it. Right. Now we go to the Unified World Trios Championship. The Death Triangle versus the Bang Bang Gang. And the match is the typical all over the place. Hit your finisher, hit your signature, hit this move, hit that move. Couple moves on the ring apron, right? Good stuff here. I like how Excalibur goes, yeah, all three of these guys, Pac, Phoenix, and Penta, got injuries, nagging injuries. They talk about Pac, I believe his neck and all that shit. And I'm just thinking, gee, I wonder why these guys have nagging injuries. And I think that Phoenix, as much as I love the guy, I love that triangle, they're great. But he's going to be on the shelf again because he did again another unnecessary move, you know, the way he dove outside the ring. You know, I mean, yes, it's a pay-per-view and it should be reserved for moves like that. But yes, and then that's what he's about. But you would think he would change up his style a little bit, just a little bit, not removing that shit from his repertoire. But it's like, you've been injured too many times, Phoenix. Why would Ray do that? Why would Ray risk it again? I don't know how long he's been in AEW, over the 5 years now. How long has he been in the ring? How long has he have not been on the shelf, right? Maybe 2.5 years he's been in the ring, and then the other 2.5 he's been on injury, maybe even more. I don't want these guys getting injured, and these guys need to be taken care of better and carefully, booked. Not so many high risk shit, especially not on the damn ring apron. Enough of that shit already. Someone's gonna break their neck, and then they're gonna have nobody else to blame but themselves. AEW. But in the end, you're wondering, where has Juice Robinson been? Where's Rock Hard been? Was he too soft, and then he wanted to get Rock Hard before he came back? But he's back, and then he keeps Pac, or stops Pac from going for the Black Arrow, or it's known as the Red Arrow in WWE, I believe, right? And then he does that thing where he spins in the air, right? And then lands a splash, right? Wasn't able to do it because he was stopped by Juice Robinson. And then we see ever the opportunist being Jay White. He hits the Blade Runner, and that's all she wrote. And they retain their titles. Does the Bang Bang Gang. I mean, how else was it going to end? I think they're going to keep them titles on them for a while. They did unify the ROH six-man tag team match titles with the trios, AEW trios, World Trios titles, right? So, they made history. First time that those two titles were combined, which it should be. It should only be the AEW Trios Championship. Forget about the ROH shit. Good. It was one of those matches, fun. The type of matches that those things are. I'm not a fan of multi-man matches, but when it's done right, I ain't gonna complain. Now, the AEW Women's World Championship, the Timeless Toni Storm versus the Professor, Serena Deeb, and very good match, very good back and forth between them two. A lot of tension, a lot of drama leading up to this match. All with the whole thing of Serena Deeb being out and having a number of seizures. Timeless Toni Storm not giving a fuck. Even, she says she don't give a damn about what you went through. And then Toni Storm, gets the slap for it. And then she takes the flag for her dojo or her gym, whatever, right? And she's able to get it back, on Dynamite. And then they have this match. And again, every time I see it, Serena Deeb gets nailed with a Storm Zero and just kicks out. Of course, why not? Remember, AEW is where finishers go to die. And then who wins this match? Right? Who's going to win it? And then we see a sequence of moves. We see Deeb deliver a pedigree. She calls it something else, but I didn't catch the name, what Excalibur said. But she hits that move on the apron. And then on the inside. And then Storm no-sells Deeb's move as well. Man. Fuck a finisher, huh? In AEW. Right? They don't mean nothing. A roll-up, always, right? A roll-up is going to always be the one that is the most dangerous move, like I said in other videos. The most dangerous, you want to ask me what the most dangerous and unbeatable move, a move that you can't kick out of, majority of the time, it's the dreaded roll-up. It could be an Oklahoma roll, it could be a crucifix pin, it could be a sunset, what do you call that? Sunset flip from outside the rope coming in, pin somebody, any type of roll-up, and they always, majority of the time, win the match with it. And all I'm thinking is, hey, turnabout's fair play, right? I mean, Storm had her move, Deeb had her move, what do you call it? Tony Storm had her move, finisher, be no selled. It wasn't sold, and then there was a no sell to, Serena Deeb's move. And in the end, we see Tony Storm hit an avalanche pile driver. It was beautifully done. It was well done. You can see that Tony Storm protected Serena Deeb. Because like I always say, these guys, folks, I don't know if you know, but these guys really don't hate each other. And they're very professional, and they know how to protect each other, that they're not going to get hurt. But it still looked deadly, right? It still looked clean. But then she, like that, and then Tony Storm hits the Storm Zero, and then she wins and retains her title. Very good match. So far so good with this pay-per-view. Not going to complain. Tony Storm's still continuing on and still be the champion. Who is going to be the one that faces her next? I don't know. I mean, who is on the horizon right now? How about Athena pop up and be the next one? I don't know. Don't know where she's at. Oh, we don't know where she's at, but I'm talking about where is she at when it comes to the pecking order in the women's division in AEW. I'm not talking about the ROH women's division. AEW, because ROH is AEW. In case you folks don't know, it was bought. It's not its own entity anymore. It's part of AEW. You might as well say AEW ROH. Might as well. I think Tony Khan, what he should have did is that he should have made Rampage ROH. ROH Rampage has a good ring to it. That way, at least if you can see Rampage, I probably would watch ROH because there's some good people on that show. One of my favorites, Hikaru Shida, is on there. And Hikaru Shida, haven't seen her even pop up, even sniff, AEW Dynamite. She's there in the ROH. Just, you might as well call that catering. Do we see them? No, we don't. Now, Orange Cassidy versus Trent Barreta. And it's too bad because I was interested in the build-up to this feud. I've been saying it a lot in my video. This is one of the ones I'm looking forward to, but then I just grew indifferent to it all. So don't expect a real rundown on this match. And so who wins it? Well, let's just start with the whole fact that Orange Cassidy's music plays, and where is he? He ain't coming out yet, right? And then he comes out to different music, old school theme that is being played. And even Don Callis is saying that that's like a gift to the fans. I hope you like it, kind of thing, right? And then we see in the end, Orange Cassidy attempts an orange punch, and then Trent Barreta. It was like a code red, but not really. But that's how it looked. And then he puts slaps on, looks like a triangle choke. But then Orange Cassidy, he just takes that and kind of, he turns it into a pin because Trent Barreta already has his the arm there and the leg wrapped around, the arm of Orange Cassidy. So when Orange Cassidy just, put him over and pinned him, Trent Barreta couldn't kick out. And then we see him leave, and then as he's, he's on the rampage, and he steps down, and then there's old boy there. Holy crap, what's his name? Rocky Romero. And then Renee Young comes out to say, what happened? And then, what happened out there? Something like that. And then, or is this whatever, the end of the feud, whatever she said. And then Trent Barreta's not having it. So I'm not ready for that. I don't want to deal with that right now. Just, he walks away, pushes Romero out of the way, then walks through the crowd. Doesn't even walk up the ramp. Through the crowd. Maybe his mom is waiting with her van. And remember, last time she was kind of upset with her own son, for doing what he did to, to OC and to even to Chuck too as well. When Romero came out, I thought it was Chuck Taylor because he was dressed like Chuck Taylor. I don't know if that was a way to swerve us. Like at first, we're like, off to a distance. You don't know who it was at first. I'm like, oh shit, here comes Chuck Taylor. But Chuck Taylor's out. He might be out for good. I don't know if that's storyline or what. Maybe he's coming back and then he's going to take on Trent Beretta. But anyway, that's the match right there. And Orange Cassidy gets the victory. Good on him. Now, the boring tree. Chris Jericho. And we see a graphic up on the thing there, you know. I call it the Titantron, even though that is WWE's thing. But we see on it, it says the longest reign at 36 days. Jericho's a fool. And then he's going to be defending it against Hook and Shibata. And yay, my favorite mime ref, Aubrey Edwards, is officiating this match. Oh boy. And then this match, of course, no rules, so anything goes. A lot of crazy shit happened in this match, right? You know, this and that, this move, that move, you know, and however you want to call it. And then Jericho ends up bringing out a black bag full of stuff. And it ends up being full of dice because, get it, it's double or nothing craps, right? And then more like this reign of Jericho is crap. And then Jericho has been such a goof that I thought it was full of flowers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how he's hokey and corny when he's waving all the time? You know what I mean? Could have been feathers. You know, could have been love leathers, you know. Oh, look at this. Oh, like, such a fool, man. You know what I mean? And then there's a spot where we could have seen an impaling a Big Bill. As Hook, Hook puts him through the table, on the apron, puts him through the table. It's like towards the edge, pretty much, of that table. And then the leg part, you know how when the table's down there, right? And then the stand, the two legs underneath, right? Well, when he went through the damn ring, through the table, he went through it and he was right next to the metal leg part. And I'm just thinking, and this is like right here, like right next to his body. And you can see Big Bill kind of look like, maybe in his mind he's thinking, oh shit. He wouldn't have been impaled, but still, he could have took the brunt of that damn, the leg thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how dangerous that part is. It's still dangerous when the table is upside down. And sometimes I cringe because they haven't set it up yet. And then one time I remember a match, I don't know if it's WWE, the AEW, whatever promotion, but I remember it's upside down. They haven't put the legs down yet so that they can, or the legs are up, right? But they didn't flip it around yet so that the top part of the table is upright the way it's supposed to be. And then these guys were getting thrown around. I'm going, God damn, someone's going to get thrown to the damn leg part, That's not going to be a pleasant feeling. But luckily, hey, good thing, Big Bill, wasn't hurt. You know what I mean? And then all I'm thinking, like I said, it was just inches away. And I tell you, one day, someone's going to die from the recklessness of AEW. That spot was really, really just not well executed. They did what they had to do from an awkward angle. But Big Bill's a big boy. Is he going to be able to correct himself in the air like a cruiserweight or a middleweight would do? Right? He went through the table, but not really in the middle. Kind of like right below the middle part. If he went through the middle, fine. The table would that leg wouldn't have been a danger. But boy, it would look like a danger to me. And then we see a mystery man attack Hook and Shibata. And it's the bounty hunter Brian Keith. The only Brian Keith that I know is an actor. God rest his soul. A really good actor named Brian Keith. Brian Keith. Who cares? And then all that craziness and all that thing of Brian Keith, I don't know if he's the hired hand of Jericho now, and then he ends up hitting the Judas effect on Shibata, who has the, what do you call that? He has the damn crash can over his upper, part of his body. And then Jericho gets the victory, And then the goof is waving at the crowd like my God, dude. He's going as he's walking, as he's going backwards, as if it's like he's campaigning to be president or campaigning to be a political, for political office, and he has to get all those, not handshake, but hand waves out so that he lets everybody know that he loves them. We get it, Jericho. You're one of those schmarmy heels, underhanded, what do you call it, heels, right? That you're still trying to let us know that you're a good guy, even though down below or down beneath you're a damn, you're a sinister, sneaky heel. We get it. Boring tree. Now, Jon Moxley faces Kinosuke Takeshita in an eliminator match. And it's the usual Moxley match. Takeshita's great. And Mox and he, they're a great pairing of styles, and that they mesh really well. But in the end, Takeshita receives a stomp but to the steel chair, and then is dropped by Mox with a Death Rider for the victory. And this eliminator match eliminates Takeshita from contention and drops him down a couple more rungs. Still, without a payoff for defeating Kenny Omega in 7 days, 2 times in 7 days, and has a victory over Chris Jericho. Great momentum for him there, but then ends up like this. Oh, he gets a great match though, Surge T. He's got a great match. That has to show for something. No, it doesn't. Because where is he going to be at now? The Alpha. Does he need the Omega to come back to complete him? Maybe make a third match in the series, right? With Kenny Omega. That's the only thing that we have to look forward to. The only thing that he has to look forward to. Don't get it. You're just leaving a great, real good, talented guy in the lurch. Where's his championship? Where's his payoff for the hard work? He should have been a TNT champion already. International champion already. Don Callis has to start bringing some titles into that damn family, or else they're going to just look like another, oh, we don't have anything for you guys. Let's put you in a group or a faction. You'll keep you busy. But nothing's going to come of it. Mogul Embassy, nothing came of that. It took Swerve leaving them in order for him to start getting some momentum. And what is the name? I caught the name of them now because it's only Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony. Now they're known as the Cage of Agony, I think, or something like that. Okay, whatever floats your boat there, guys. Now, in a match that was predictable way before it even played out at Double or Nothing. What's the match that you're talking about, Serge? It's the Mercedes Mone versus Willow Nightingale for the TBS Championship. And, in the end, she hits the Monet Maker. And it was worse academic at that point. Mercedes Moné is your new TBS champion. And then she cries as she's handed the title. And why should I feel any emotion in a match that was really going to only go in one direction, only one direction. And that is a victory by Mercedes Moné. But let's forget about that. Something that was even more interesting than Mercedes winning. And that is Chris Statlander turning on her friend Willow Nightingale. The walking up the ring, right? Walking up the rampway, hand in hand, and then Statlander just slams her back first onto the ramp. And then she removes the friendship bracelet, throws it at Willow as she's laying on the floor, and Willow gave that to her. And then she picks her up and then delivers a brutal discus clothesline that would make Brody Lee proud. So I think this is what she needs. I mean, she did this, and then Stokely Hathaway was, he was like yelling at it, berating Willow, and then, kind of, he gets pushed back, and then Statlander, does what she did, and the result, just like I said, drops her with that discus clothesline, and I think she needed this. Maybe her character is getting a little bit stale. I don't think so, but some people probably think time to change it, time to switch it up. And then she's now a heel. I think Stokely Hathaway is better as a heel. I think he's going to be a great heel manager. No, he was aligned with Jade. He was aligned with, others, right? So it'll be great. We're going to see Statlander and Willow now in the program. I'm for that. Let's see where it goes. And see how it plays out. And now, we get the world title match. Swerve Strickland defending against Christian Cage. This match, man, we saw multiple interferences by the patriarchy. Even Nana. Nana, took that foreign object from Mama Wayne there, and then Nick Wayne points at him, and the referee sees, uh-oh, you're trying to do something with that damn weapon. Kicks him out, right? And then we see the patriarchy as well. A little bit too much going overboard with the damn interferences. And they all get, kicked out as well. They get ejected as well. And then Swerve and Christian, they really dished out some punishment, and at times looked as if either one of them would have ended the match. But who would end up on top and be the World Heavyweight Champion? Now we see Cage, he hits a number of kill switches throughout the damn last part of the match, attempts. There were some that were delivered successfully, but then Swerve would kick out of that one. He would even evade one as they were on the announce desk, and he hits the Swerve Stomp. And then inside, he would hit that, he would make a house call, connect with that, and then for good measure, I gotta keep this motherfucker down, so he hits another Stomp. And he secures the victory and retains his championship. So Swerve is moving on as champion. I could see him and MJF in the future program. It depends where MJF is focuses right now. Maybe not the championship. Maybe he wants to dish out some more punishment to Adam Cole. We'll see. But Swerve wins. He retains. Good thing. He just won the title. Don't take it off him yet. Christian Cage doesn't need the title. He doesn't need that world title. To give it to him down the line, sure, why not? He works hard. He's really great. At his age, he's still killing it. Maybe even way better than when he was much, much younger. It's like his old tag team partner, Adam Copeland, looking good still. Why not, Down the road, yeah, they can get that. Maybe he'll get the TNT title back. Who knows? Was he going to be a 3-time champion by that moment, right? But yeah, it was a match, a good title match, a lot of stuff going on, right? But like I said, Swerve retains. He's still your AEW World Champion. Now, let's talk about the main event, the Anarchy in the Arena match. A lot of moments in this. A lot of stuff to digest and talk about. A lot of moves. We saw a Shadow Machine by the Bucks. Not on the Bucks, by the Bucks. Right? We see Perry knock himself out as he apparently runs Darby over. They're saying, was Darby there? Right? And he's all slumped over the steering wheel, looking like he's had one too many. And then he's set on fire by Darby with a flamethrower. And then Jack could have been easily hurt. Received burns, But the Bucks put him out with extinguishers. They're right there. Kind of funny how they had the extinguishers handy. I don't think they're in that part of the ring. And I think that on the side you saw the extinguishers already set up. It's like, AEW, plan it more realistically. I mean, I get it. It's the world of professional wrestling. It's not supposed to be realistic sometimes, but the environment is not a make-believe environment, okay? You're on the stage. You're not in backstage. Like, remember when Matt Hardy kept on, what's that, Stampede, Stadium Stampede, right? He kept coming back as different incarnations of Matt Hardy, right? Broken Matt Hardy, regular Matt Hardy, extreme Matt Hardy. Remember that? That's fantasy shit. That could have worked now. This is like, their partner there, their buddy, their running buddy, on fire. I mean, you see Jack Perry with a lot of just he's shining, man. He's got like look, he got oil on him. I don't know what that if that was the part of it. Maybe that was retardant, fire retardant, so that he wouldn't burn. Maybe that's what that was, so that he wouldn't thing, right? That would be actually a good thing to do, so that the fire you're not gonna get burned. That shit would just whatever the reason is. That was crazy. And then I thought, as Perry had grabbed TK, he grabs TK as TK's sitting at the desk back there, the table back there, producing the match and calling the match, telling the guys what to say, saying shit in those ring announcers or the commentators' ears, with the headphones on, right? And then he drags him out. He didn't drag him, but he was, grabbed his hand and he's like, I think he had him in front of him. He's, putting him out there. And then I thought, damn, TK could have easily have been, in the line of fire. But, Perry pushed him out of the way. As per the script, you can't have, just push him out of the way, so that then we can sell the next move, which is Darby Allin, hitting him with the with the what do you call it, flamethrower. I mean, you take TK out of danger, that's cool, whatever, right? You got to make sure that he's out of the line of fire, but then it's okay for Jack, right, to get hit with the damn thing, which that was the plan. So of course, why not, right? Anything for ratings, right, there, AEW? Even though this wasn't network TV, but yeah, they're going for some good critiques and good ratings. I mean, not ratings, but good reviews, right? Meltzer and Sapp and all them guys, right? I don't know. This match, though, it was insane. But like I said, too much to call. But if you've seen one Anarchy in the arena match, you've seen them all. Fun. Great matches. Things like that. But are these matches getting to a point where do we care? Yes, it's crazy. It's all over the place, right? Multiple, camera angles and a lot of shit going on. I'm surprised that the commentators were able to call it. Because sometimes you're calling one thing, goes to another thing, you got to call that. Goes to another one, you got to call that. Things like that. A lot of insanity, like I said. But, I don't mind them. But I'm glad that they just do it once a year. Maybe twice. But that's the kind of thing you need with these type of matches. You can't be putting them on every month. Every week. I mean, if AEW had the way, if TK had the way, he probably would do that. Especially if this thing gets a lot of good rave reviews and all that shit. People liked it and all that stuff. They go, oh, do it again. Let's do it at the next pay-per-view. But, it's a staple of... if it isn't a Stadium Stampede, it's this, man, for you want to call it. Double or Nothing. Right? But then in the end, not finished with the review yet. The Elite prevail as the Bucks hit the EVP trigger on Danielson. And that sets him up as Jack Perry hits him with a running knee. And they get the victory. And the Elite win this match. As per the storyline and as per the fact that the EVPs are out of control and have taken control of AEW since Tony Khan I don't know. Is he going to be is this going to be a continuation of his, on-air participation in this feud? God forbid, hopefully he does not end up in the ring trying to perform, trying to wrestle, because I don't think he has anything. He can't book for shit or be creative, so why would he? It takes a lot, man, to be, a performer. I think because he's a fan and he thinks he knows. I know wrestling. I know, what pro wrestling's about. But I'm not going to perform in the ring. I like what I see. I know when something's done wrong and something needs help. That's just from observing and watching. But that doesn't mean that I can put myself in the ring and perform. I'd be a silly goose if I thought that. So how much more a guy who's just been in this business for 5 years. That's how long this company's been in existence. He doesn't have a what you call that, a heads up or a head start from all the other promotions. How many decades has these other promotions have been in existence? TNA, WWE, NWA, New Japan, right? Decades. So, I don't know. I don't know if, what's this leading to? I mean, they did involve TK. Is that going to lead to something else? They're going to lead to, in all the madness, all the nonsense. I didn't even notice if he had his neck brace on. I mean, I heard that he was going to auction it off. Maybe he did that already. I wouldn't be paying attention, man. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, it's just that you don't care. Tony Khan is so off-putting. I don't think I even looked at him or even tried to focus on him. I was just looking at, the other guys, the other action. But that was my take on AEW Double or Nothing. That was very good, decent. Like I always say, it's not something to write home to mama about. But at the same time, very decent effort. Some, I like the barbed wire cage match. Seeing Gangrel, come back. I mean, did I even talk about that? I don't think I talked about that, did I? Yeah, well, let's talk about it. The barbed wire cage match. Very brutal, bloody, and what we expect from matches like this. And then Copeland and Black, they used the barbed wire as a tag partner pretty much. And they busted each other open. You want to bust me open there, Copeland? I'm going to bust your ass open too. And then we see Malachi Black get wrapped up in barbed wire on the table. And then Copeland puts him through the table with diving on him. He gets a near fall. And then a spear is stopped with the end. That spinning lethal back kick by Black. But it wasn't the end. As Copeland kicks out. Wow, kicking out of that, man, that's, I don't know. Again, making finishers look weak in AEW. Then Matthews and Brody King get involved. And just when the odds are against the TNT champ, the lights turn red and ominous music plays and a familiar ally appears. And it's Gangrel, a former Brood cohort. A former, that they could have been great trios champions if the Brood existed. In one pay-per-view, you actually had all three members of the Brood there. Christian Cage was a member of that, very, very popular. Everybody says that the theme song of Gangrel's is still one of the best. One of the best ring entrances, ring themes. Boy, ring entrances, yes, and then the theme song. Everybody loves. I do. I think it's great. And when he comes up and they're looking up. I mean, especially Malachi Black, because remember he got hit with blood on a bloodbath on AEW, right? And then it's Gangrel that comes up from out of the ring, a la Kane, right? A la the Big Show, coming out of the damn canvas there, out of the ring. And then he attacks Brody King and Matthews. He delivers Impaler DDTs, looking very good. Looking like he hadn't missed a step on those Impaler DDTs. I think he's the one that delivers them really, really good. And then Edge adopted that Impaler DDT. That was Gangrel's move. That was his finisher back in the day. But then he's dropped by Aleister Black. Aleister Black said, "I'm not going to let you get away with that shit." takes him out. But then Copeland hits a spear on Black. Then he wraps barbed wire around Black and makes him tap out with the crossface and retains his title. Like I said, very brutal match. Very, very fitting and appropriate for this feud. I don't know if this thing blew it off. I don't know. But we'll see. Gangrel, I don't know if he signed for another appearance. Maybe they're going to have a tag team match and take on Brody King and Matthews, right? Because, you know, they're looking for some payback, so why not? You want payback on Gangrel. Why not? But a very, very good match. Loved it. I think it was great. Great match. You know, but like I said, very, very decent effort for Double or Nothing. I mean, in the buy-in show, I mean, there were the matches there. Deonna Purrazzo, you know, and Thunder Rosa. The Acclaimed, and who did they face? I don't know. You know, very long evening for me, but definitely want to get this out and put it on my channel. Because, you know, I cover WWE and I cover AEW, so I've got to cover it. Even though I'm tired, I've got to cover it. I owe it to my channel and owe it to you guys who still watch and appreciate my content. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. And, well, I want to say thank you to everyone who supports my channel. Watch this video. I ask, like always, to, if you can, please click like and share, comment, subscribe to my channel, please. And also click the bell icon. You know how that goes. It'll help y'all to see when I upload a video. But anyway, again, that's my video. So for those of you who stopped by and checked it out, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And until next time, take care, and I will see you in my next video.